Hi, it's John, and welcome to the channel. 6:04 a.m. Saturday, July the 12th, with the big blue mug of coffee. I hope you're having a great start to your weekend. And I expect to be on my bike, leaving the politics behind, riding away from my home within the next 90 minutes on a 100+ K bike ride today. Because the insanity continues in the country of Canada, and it affects my home here in Alberta. And I want to talk a little bit about this list of 103 companies that Carney now has to recuse himself from because of his dealings with them. Many of them Brookfield adjacent, many of them green energy adjacent. This guy has got conflicts of interest out the yin-yang, and I don't think it's enough that he recuse himself from this. And there's another group of people that needs to recuse themselves as well for making any decisions on the energy future here in Canada, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Don't you find it fascinating and rather coincidental? A couple of days ago, Donald Trump announced copper tariffs. Carney knew that was coming. He announces 35% tariffs coming on August 1st. Carney knew that was coming. Carney knew he had to release this list. So he dumps it at a convenient time on Friday afternoon where it doesn't get media scrutiny. You and I will be talking about this for weeks. We've been talking about this for months. But the mainstream media will drop this by the end of the weekend. And the people who voted for the Liberal Party don't give a damn about this. But it's also fascinating that on the same day this list drops, he announces that the deadline for a new deal with the U.S. regarding tariffs is off because Donald Trump announced 35% tariffs on August 1st. Plays right into the Liberals' hands, folks. I've been saying, I remember the day, I've been saying since the tariff thing was first floated way back in December, since January 6th when Trudeau resigned, that the Liberals love the tariffs. They love them. They want them. They need them. They would use them, and they did. They got the suckers to vote for them because of the tariffs. And they're just as happy that the tariffs are continuing because this dump of these 103 companies, which is rather troublesome, gets ignored by the people who vote for Mark Carney, the ignorant people who voted in this party because Donald Trump. The Liberals are laughing in the back rooms. The suckers have now got another big case of Trump derangement syndrome, and they don't give a damn about Mark Carney's business dealings and how he may be, and still may be in the future, benefiting people he knows in all these different industries, because that can still happen, folks. And there's still a group of people that need to recuse themselves from any decisions regarding energy in this country, which I'll get to in just a moment. But Carney knew this day was coming. And I have a serious question about this being dropped now. Months ago, he sat with a smug face on Rosie Barton's show. When she asked him about this, I don't have to deal with this. I'm not a public official.
You are not yet subject to ethics requirements.
I don't have any power, Rosie.
No, but would you put anything out there for Canadians to better understand your business dealings and your financial picture before you're elected?
Obviously, I'm going to comply with all the ethics guidelines, conflicts of interest guidelines, blind trust.
But during an election, before you have a seat, would you be willing to show Canadians what they're dealing with and what you've been dealing with?
Pierre Poilievre, the guy who came second, was warning about this. This is way back in March.
And that is why today I'm calling on Mr. Carney to do the right thing and publish all of his financial holdings to everyone in Canada so that they can judge the conflicts he faces. He knows what he owns, and there's nothing in the law that prevents him from publishing that information for all eyes to see if he has got nothing to hide. We need a leader who's busy putting Canada first, not keeping an eye on investments that go against the Canadian interest.
I think Poilievre has to appoint somebody to watch over Mark Carney 24/7 for as long as he's Prime Minister regarding conflict of interest. Because Carney right now, he has to police himself, and I don't trust him to do that. He has to be policed by his chief of staff and I think the head of the Privy Council. I do not trust them. I don't care if they're not on the list. Carney has lots of friends that work in industry that he can throw your tax dollars to and expect something back later. I question why he became Prime Minister. Why would you want to do this? Canada's a small player. He can't really affect the environment that much from Canada. Can't affect the military from Canada. The economy can't affect the world much with that. Why is he doing this? To line his own pockets? Profit? And I know it's absurd. unworkable, probably crazy for me to say this, but I do not think the Liberal Party of Canada should be making any decisions regarding energy for this country at all. I know that's totally unworkable, but I don't trust them either. Did you forget this story? We still haven't come to the bottom of this. People should have gone to prison for this. You remember, I think it was late September, early October, this really became an issue. Government basically couldn't get anything done. Right up until they went on Christmas break in December, the 19th of December, nothing got done. Nothing has happened. We haven't gotten to the bottom of this yet. We went through an election. Lethbridge Herald. If government officials funneled $400 million of your tax dollars into their own pockets, you've heard about it, right? Not quite. With conflicts of interest, shady transactions, and secret memos, the Green Slush Fund fiasco has all the makings of a newsworthy story, but the mainstream media has turned a blind eye as if to shield the Liberal government from the consequences of its actions. $400 million was handed out to line the pockets of Liberal insiders. Many of the projects chosen for funding were not even eligible. Why is nobody in prison for this? This is your money. Do you trust the Liberal government to make any decisions on energy projects in this country? I don't. I don't at all. Somebody should be introducing legislation right now regarding this type of thing. Mark Carney sat there with a smug look on his face. I showed you the video with Rosie Barton. I don't have to tell you anything. I think they should have to tell something. If you're running to be the prime minister of the country, don't you think you should have to announce your business dealings prior to the election? I think so. How long before he's in conflict of interest? I mean, for God's sakes. Somebody should be looking into everybody Mark Carney knows that works in the green industry now. Everybody he deals with, because I think that's a conflict of interest, even if they're not on the list. It just reeks. It stinks. And again, the Liberal voters, they don't care. Donald Trump. It's just so convenient that the tariff talk is not going to happen now. No discussion about a trade deal, and this drops on the same day. It's just an amazing coincidence. Because of Trump derangement syndrome, the people who voted for Carney think he can do no wrong. Watch my video from yesterday. Donald Trump is a symptom, the Liberals are the disease, and the people who vote for them are complicit. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.